Hello and welcome to Iron Geek, and this is episode 197. I'm Ryan. I'm joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin.
What's up, everybody?
Wow, we should do that every week. Start with the energy. Thank you for joining us. Last week, or a few minutes ago, Chris told us the rest of his trip story, going to Universal, going to down to Disney, and the fun that he had. Mm-hmm. And this week we're doing another trip report, my trip report, and it's going to be a lot different.
Yeah, and you can tell it's been a week because I have a different hat on.
Yeah, different hat on. My trip report is going to be a lot darker.
Oh.
A lot scarier.
Why?
Oh.
Oh dear.
Could be death. Could be destruction.
Who
knows?
Time to get some popcorn?
Get the popcorn.
There could be crying.
Put the kids to bed.
Oh, there will be crying.
there will be crying. So we took a trip to Tennessee. Oh, before we start the trip, news, right?
Oh yeah. Is there news?
There's so much stuff happened since last week.
Oh really?
Even last week we missed some news we didn't even talk about.
What was that?
Space 220 has an open date.
Oh, it does. I missed this news.
I don't think it's like an official date, but they're saying it will open around the anniversary, the 50th. So that's what they're saying. So that's pretty exciting.
I'm going in September and November, so hopefully between then
you might be able to. Yeah,
I might be able to go.
Man, I need to rethink my booking of where I'm going next year. Then stay in the Polynesian and Boardwalk.
By the time your trip comes around and you're able to actually book your dining reservations, that should be available. So that's exciting.
That's cool.
Cool.
But speaking of trips, today or last week, depending on when you're listening to this, I booked our 20th wedding anniversary trip.
Aww.
I'm so excited.
Coming to Memphis.
We're coming to Memphis. We're going to hit all the sites. We're going to go to Graceland.
All the sites.
A lot of Dallas.
How'd you know? We're coming to your house, Chris. Have the room ready for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we are going to Hawaii.
The real Hawaii.
The real Hawaii. Alani. Disney's Alani. So just the wife and I. The kids are not coming. But we're excited.
You're using a travel agent as well, right?
I haven't got to that point yet.
I'm sorry.
No. I mean, we haven't made it to the travel agent part yet.
Okay.
Because since it's DVC,
you can't book it.
They can't book the DVC for us.
I got you.
So we had to wait. I checked early in the year, and it was too early for us to book for DVC. It's sort of annoying. So then I went on the day that we could book, and I got on, and guess what? The dates that we wanted, all gone.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was so bummed. I'm like, this is why it's impossible to get trips booked in DVC now. Used to, you could go on and just book whenever you want to, but now you have to wait a certain time. Blah blah blah. So all those dates were gone, and I was bummed. And then they said because of COVID, blah blah blah. You're only allowed to borrow a certain number of points from your next year to use and if you borrow over that certain number of points, we'll automatically cancel your reservation. I'm like, what in the world?
What? Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Are they infected points?
I don't know. It's very annoying. So I tried to book it online and it wouldn't let me. So then I called today, DVC, waited like 45 minutes on the phone, which was very annoying. Listening to the same 3 Disney songs over and over and over. I'm like, you know how many Disney songs they have? They could have had a playlist.
Had a whole catalog.
It's like 3 songs over and over. And then my daughter kept running in saying, hey, it's the Aladdin song. And then she'd come back in a few minutes, hey, it's still the Aladdin song. I'm like, yep. Still is, over and over. So I waited, finally got on. I said, hey, we're I tried to book online. It wouldn't let me, so I don't think there's availability, but I need to check because it's my 20th wedding anniversary. And I thought if I said that, the ball rolling. But for some reason, she didn't hear that part because I had to repeat it. And then she's like, oh, your 20th wedding anniversary. Well, let me me type that in the dibbly doo here.
In her wooden keyboard.
Yep. I mean, it's glass, but
Oh, okay.
anyways, so sorry, I just saw the comment. Bass Pro Shop. Yeah.
We have a Bass Pro Shop that's in a pyramid.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. It's amazing.
Yes, you do.
So I said, well, I think these dates are gone. She goes, yeah, unfortunately, those dates are not available. So then I picked the week after, which is going to be a stretch because of my wife's job making it work. But they did have it. So we're going, just for like, I don't know, like 6 days.
35 minutes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to Hawaii. We wanted to go for a longer period of time, but because of the availability, we can only go I think we leave on a Sunday and get back on a Saturday or something like that. But it's still, about a week. It's more like six days or something. So we're excited. We're gonna go, and they said, "What kind of room do you want?" And I said, "Well, we're coming all the way to Hawaii." And this is when she caught on to the 20th anniversary, and it's our 20th anniversary. So we're gonna splurge and get the ocean view because you can't go to Hawaii and get like the parking lot.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's true.
Even though it's cheaper, but who wants to look out their balcony at the parking lot? So I said we definitely want the ocean view room. So we're gonna get an ocean view room.
Nice.
Fun. Maybe try out the spa because I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do the spa. It's our 20th anniversary.
Put the hot lava rocks on her back.
Ooh.
Yes.
But I've watched videos of I think Ordinary Adventures have gone the YouTube channel, and it really made me want to go even more. It looks like an amazing place. By then, I think the luau is starting back, so that will be going. All the restaurants should be open back up. Hopefully by then, unless they shut everything down again. So we're excited for that, and I'm trying. But here's what I'm trying to talk my wife into doing, and this goes back to our last week's show. Last week, I'm trying to talk my wife in. It's like, well, since we didn't get all the days that we wanted, maybe we can do like a layover in California. Since it's on the way. It's on the way.
Oh, well, yeah, you got to fly through California.
You got to fly through there, even though I think there's a nonstop from Houston now. Maybe we could do a layover and then, because we still have some points, stay a night at Disneyland. Go to the park.
There you
go. So I'm trying to talk because I think that'd be fun. Just
that'd be cool.
Do a layover, go stay at the California when it's open, the Grand California or whatever it's called. Because you can that one, the DVC one, you just walk out of your room through the lobby and straight into the park.
Straight into the park. Yep.
So we could see Avengers Campus. We could go see Galaxy's Edge over there. I don't know if I'm going to talk her into it, but it would be fun.
Never know.
So everybody message her on Facebook. Say, hey, you should do this.
I'll message her right now.
Yeah. So we're excited. We're going to Hawaii. I'm very excited, very pumped about that trip.
Always Believe is there right now when we're recording.
I know, isn't that cool?
Yep.
I can't wait to see their videos. It will get me even more pumped because all the food looks great there. All the things to do. They have a big lazy river that will probably
I love lazy rivers
most of the time. They have an infinity pool that basically looks out over the ocean, so it looks like you're just looking into the ocean. All this stuff. I'm excited.
All the things.
All the things. I can't wait to go.
A pig that's been buried in the sand and eat it.
It's funny because we've been to Hawaii once before. Her family went, so we tagged along. And they do this big ceremony thing at the luau, and they bring out this pig, and they bring it out. It's a full pig. But you're like, something doesn't look right about that. And then they go, we got to take it back and cut it up. And then they take it back and then immediately bring out all the meat. And you're like, yeah, that was a fake pig.
Plastic pig.
Yeah. We've just unearthed the plastic pig. Anyway, so we're excited about that, but that's not till January. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so it'll be fun.
Not too far. It's not too far away.
Yeah. So we're hoping to. Our friend David Dollar from the Main Street Electrical podcast. I'm hoping to get him to help us out with the rest of the trip. So
nice.
We're going to talk to him about because it's our 20th anniversary. I just want to sit back and be like, Plan it for me.
Yeah. So before you
That's
get on
how it
the
works,
phone
right?
with him, before you get on
Yeah.
the phone with him, talk to him before and go. Okay, I need you to suggest that since it's on the way, why not stop at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Just tell him that. So when you get on the phone, you can just say that, just kind of out of nowhere.
I think we should because I've never been to Disneyland. Never been,
Yeah.
and I want to go.
I thought y'all were going though for one of her trips.
Maybe if uh,
Yeah.
maybe it depends on how
Yeah.
those conferences go. You know,
Yeah. That's true.
she does have a conference there. Not this year, maybe next year.
I think it's she told me the big schedule one time.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's sometime in November of some year. I don't know.
Yeah, not this year. November this year is Disney World.
That's right.
But anyway,
Exciting.
yeah,
Well,
exciting.
good for you.
I can't wait to go.
Yes.
Last time I went to Hawaii was like the total tourist like bus thing the whole time. We were just on a bus the whole time, looking at stuff, and I get car sick. That was not fun. So
Who
this
would do
time,
that, right, Chris?
Yeah. The world.
So I'm looking for this. I'm looking forward to this Hawaii trip just to be like chill, relax,
Yeah.
At the
fun.
beach,
The beach.
going to the volcanoes and diving into there.
Eating all the
What are you
food.
saying?
Yeah, diving. Yeah.
We did dive into the volcano.
Probably. I mean, probably shouldn't, but
Like Joe in the
probably
volcano.
could. Yeah.
Okay.
You can reenact scenes from Lost.
You
Jurassic
could try to
Park.
find Dog the Bounty Hunter and hang out with him.
I would like to go to the park where they film all these movies, like Lost and Jurassic Park and all that stuff. There's a park you can take tours and stuff. Pretty cool.
That's cool.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so but that's a trip coming up. Now I just got back from a trip that's very different from that trip. My wife loves to hike, and
Mhm.
I don't have anything against
I do.
hiking.
It's fine. Go ahead.
But she's always wanted to go to this place called Mount LeConte Lodge, and it's on top of Mount LeConte. Now, when I say it's on top of Mount LeConte, it's on top of Mount LeConte, a mountain.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you gotta hike up. There's no roads. You can't just be like hop in the RV and drive up. You park at the
Mhm.
bottom, then you hike up. It's in the Great Smoky Mountains. So you drive through Gatlinburg, if you're familiar with the area, into the Smoky Mountains. You find this random parking lot, and you park there, and you leave your car there overnight
Hmm.
or 2 nights. So we're staying 2 nights. You have to enter a lottery. So already this sounds like okay, someone's going to be murdered because you have to
Yeah.
enter a lottery to be able to stay at this place. If you get drawn from the lottery, then you get to get to come stay at the lodge.
Mhm.
Now, when you say a lodge, you think, oh, it's a lodge. It's nice. It's like staying in
Mm.
this big. No, it's just like these
Big
cabins.
Cedar Lodge.
It's just these cabins, these rustic one-room cabins that have no electricity, no water.
Perfect.
So the person like doing the lottery, are they like wearing like some like really elaborate outfit with like white makeup and
Yeah.
and like someone's like, I volunteer for tribute. Or
Yeah.
any of that
And you get thrown off the
going
mountain.
on? Okay. Yeah.
It's just like that.
Okay.
Anyways, so I thought when the trip was first planned, I thought it was me and my wife going, but no, it's fine. It's fine.
No.
No.
I didn't mean it like that. But her dad and her sister and her sister's husband went too, so it was all of us. Now, like Chris said, I've been sitting at home for a year
Mhm.
because of this pandemic thing.
Huh.
So I haven't exercised much. I'm like, well, we'll make it work. And then it's like, you got to wear this big backpack. So we had to get these big backpacks and had to stuff it with all this stuff. And it was heavy. Half the stuff we took we didn't need and we didn't use. But you know what? I carried it up a mountain. So we chose this trail called Alum Cave Trail, which is, I watched videos and it looked like a nice little hike. It was the shortest of the ways to get up the mountain. So when they said, this is the shortest way, I said, we're doing that one because it's the shortest. It was like 5 point something miles. So So that was the shortest one, and it went up from there for the other trails that you could take up. There's one trail where llamas bring up all the supplies.
Oh,
So that's how everything gets up on the
That-
mountain. Llamas.
Then you eat the llamas, right?
No,
yes.
no.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I did ask, hey, can I just ride a llama up? And they're like, no,
No.
you can't do that.
What if I get in my backpack and then you put the backpack on the llama?
Yes.
Does that work?
No.
Still carrying the backpack.
So I watched videos and I decided that Allen Cave is the one we're going. And it's not even a cave. It's like this big overhang midway through the trail that you sit under.
Liars.
I know, liars. There's no cave here. And so by watching the videos, they're like, it's not too bad. There's like old people walking on this trail. One video had this man on crutches, and I'm like, oh, it's fine. So we went early. We spent the night so we could just get to the trail, because they're like, if you don't get to the trail by like 7:30, there won't be any parking places, and then you just have to park on the side of the road somewhere.
There you go.
So we didn't want to do that. So we got there early. We started the hike, and it was raining to begin with. So most of the trail was a river, or not a river, more like a creek or a crick. It's
A crick.
crick. So it was all wet. Everything was wet, and it was hot for some reason. It was not fun. Wet and hot. So the first part of the trail, it wasn't too bad, and there was this guy that was all buff, shirtless, of course, running up the trail, and then we get midway, and he's already running back down. My wife was like, "You go, man, yeah."
Oh.
I'm like, well, see how it is.
Come back through later.
I'll be waiting at the top.
Yeah, see how it is. He ran up,
I don't.
and I'm like, he wasn't even wearing. He was wearing shorts. He wasn't wearing a small child as of a backpack on his back. You know.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah.
The backpacks were heavy.
I bet those abs were even fake.
Yeah, they
tanned up.
were.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get finally to the. We had to stop a bunch. I'm not gonna lie. I had to take that backpack off a bunch. It was not fun. And we're going up an elevation, and my asthma's kicking in. I'm just a manly man. Can't breathe. Lungs burning. So we get to the cave section, the Allen Cave, and I just dumped the backpack off, and I just fall on the ground. I'm like, I'm staying here for a while. I think I even fell asleep at one point, sitting there.
Like, they walked up the rest of the way, came back for you.
No, we were all tired. We were not prepared, because the videos that I watched cut out all the parts that were hard and just showed the easy parts of the trail. So most people, they get to that part of the trail and then they turn around and go back. Which shirtless dude, he, at the most he went to that part.
If that makes you feel better, that's what he did.
No, he did, because that's where everybody was like, they got up there like, okay, time to go back down, and we're like, we're only halfway there. And then we were talking to somebody that has done the trail before, and they're like, oh yeah, the hard part is still to come.
Oh,
crap it all. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I'm just like so frustrated because I can't breathe. I got this big backpack. I'm like, can I just leave this bag here? I don't really care. Can I leave the bag? And they're like, no, you gotta take the bag, because what if something happens to you? I'm like, I don't care. Something's gonna happen to me anyways. Because I'm gonna die on the side of this mountain. So we get to the second half of the trail, and literally it's straight up.
Oh.
All rock. No trail. You're on the side of a cliff. If you step to your left, guess what? You're back down the mountain, because you've fallen off the mountain. There's a cable running up the right-hand side of the mountain that you have to hold on to, drag your body up. And it's raining. So it's still raining. So all the rock is slick. All the rock is wet. Yeah, it's not fun. I know her dad fell at least once. I fell backwards once. But you have the big turtle shell of a backpack on it, so it sort of stops you, and you're just sort of like,
there you go.
Still in there. In the wintertime, they say don't do the trail without a helmet, because 3-foot long icicles will fall on your head.
No.
I'm like, where was all this in the videos on YouTube that I watched? They weren't there.
They want people to go.
Yeah. So literally, I mean, it's straight up. And you get to this one point, and I called it the Enchanted Forest because it looks like a forest out of a movie. When you got there, it looks more like from not the Mortal Kombat movie that just came out, but the old Mortal Kombat movie. Remember the
Mhm.
scene with Scorpion, and he's like, "Come here," and they're in that forest and everything.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, if we can just get to the Enchanted Forest, then we're about there. We're done.
The forest of death.
Yes. So we finally, it was struggling. It was struggling. Um, we finally get to that part, and I'm like, I gotta sit down, even though we're closed. And I managed to stay dry as much as I could, and then I sat down in this Enchanted Forest and got soaking wet.
What
But
happens in Enchanted Forest?
yeah, at the end of the Enchanted Forest, they have this turn that they call the Hallelujah Corner or whatever, because basically, Hallelujah, you're finally there. And we turn, and I see the cabins, and we're there. I'm so thankful for getting
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Then you find out you're there the wrong weekend, and you had to.
Yeah, they had to walk. Well, that's funny that you mentioned that because we were supposed to be up there a day before, and my wife got the days wrong. She thought we were supposed to be up the day before, and we weren't. So it threw the whole trip off by a day, which is, we won't get into that. That was a mess. Nobody was happy. So we got there, and the videos that I saw were these big cabins where it's like you have a room here, and then you have this big great room with a fireplace, and then you have another bedroom, and you can all just spread out and stuff. So the guy's like, "Let me show you to your cabin." So we go to this cabin, and it is smaller than my office,
Yeah.
with two bunk beds, like double, like not like a single bed, but a double bed stacked on top of each other, and then a
Nice.
cot on the floor. So all five of us are crammed in this little
Oh.
tiny cabin. Stinky.
Hmm.
There's no showers or anything, so you're just sort of stinky. I get it. This is hiking, camping, roughing it, whatever. But like we're all sitting there like this is for five people. This is
Yeah.
cramped. And it was cramped. You couldn't like walk around. You can knock stuff over because you got all your backpack, all your gear in there. And then because of COVID, you couldn't go to eat in the dining hall.
Oh.
So they brought all the food to you in this
Like
little
a prison.
cramped space
Oh gosh.
with no electricity. So there's no lights because dinner, so you're just like
It's at
eating in the
nighttime.
dark,
Is there a bathroom in there, or is it
No.
an outhouse?
There is luckily, I didn't know that they were going to have this. They did have flushable toilets that you could walk to.
Nice.
Oh.
So you didn't have to use the privy or whatever you want to call it.
Hole.
Hole. But the flushable toilets were only for the people staying there. So you had a key in your bathroom, or in your cabin that you could take. And so that was like a godsend. I'm like, thank you, flushable toilets and toilet paper. So that was nice. But the food was actually really good. I was really surprised at how good the food was. I think my kids are up.
Oh.
Yeah,
They're good. They're good.
I'm sure they'll be through the door here in a minute. Anyway, so the food was good, which was surprising. So it was, the first night I was still getting over the asthma thing. I couldn't breathe hardly because it was like over 6,000 feet above sea level. Really high.
Yeah.
And then the second day, they're like, "We're going to go hiking some more," and I said, "Have fun." Like, I'm not. I'm staying right here and I'm reading a book, which I highly recommend. The book that I was reading, Cloudland by Gary L. Street. You can find it on Amazon. It's about murders that happen on top of a mountain in a lodge.
Perfect.
So I told Jennifer's sister that's what I was reading. She's like, "How could you read that when we're here?"
Easily. Much easier than I can hiking.
Yes. So they went on a short hike, and the next day while I sat and read a book, and then when they got back, her dad was like, "I should have stayed with you. It wasn't a short hike. We hiked for like 2 hours. I'm so exhausted." So basically, it was like staying there. It was really foggy, cloudy, so we were basically above the clouds, which is really cool.
Awesome.
I walked throughout the lodge area. My kids haven't walked through the door yet. I walked around there, which was really cool. And I was like walking just to check it out. And I rounded this corner, and then there's like 2 deer just standing right there in front of my face.
Hmm.
And I was like, hey. And they didn't care. They just like looked at me and then started eating again. And I told my wife, I was like, well, see the deer. And they're just standing there eating like in the camp. And then I saw a fox run, across the way, which was
Oh,
cool.
what did he say?
Oh, he said, "Yuck, nick, 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 nick."
Okay.
That's what he said. But it was cool to see a fox. And then I heard like beyond them, I hear this.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, and the deer like poke up their heads and look around, and I'm like, okay. And there's bears around there. I didn't see them, but I heard them,
They saw you.
and I didn't stay around. Or Bigfoot. Could have been Bigfoot.
Hmm.
Because I
Could
did
have been.
see rocks stacked up like Bigfoot supposedly does all over the place.
They go squatching.
Yeah, it was Squatch. There is a story, and I don't know if I talked about this, of a ghost that is at Mount LeConte. That is a little girl that appears at your bed at 3:33
Oh yeah, yeah. We talked about that. on
a.m.
Mhm.
So the first night, I woke up not feeling well, and because I was out of it, I was nauseous and everything. Hey guys, I'm about done. You can sit around. I woke up and I was like, I need to. Can you go find your sister? She's awake. Can you go find her? Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
you can come back down here. Well, we can help her. Just take her by the hand and say, "Dad's downstairs. Let's go see him." No, just tell her Dad said to come downstairs. This is live, guys. And so I was so out of it, and then I remember that story, and I'm like, I don't want to sit up. I don't want to look at the end of the bed. I really gotta. So I got up and just went out on the porch, and it's nature. So I did my thing on the porch. My wife was like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like,
Why?
I'm like, why? I'm a guy. It's the woods. I pee wherever I want to.
Right.
That's how this works.
What animals do?
There's bears out there. I'm not walking to the.
Yeah, I'm
the
not
box.
walking to the bathroom. I'm peeing right here where there's not a bear.
Claim my territory.
Yeah. So, but the next day I sat on the porch and read a book, and where our cabin was like the main way down into the campground thing. So all these people are walking through, and I guess I was like the welcome leader. I was like, hello, and I'm just have to, hello, welcome to Mount LeConte. If you go to your left, you will see the gift shop. If you go down, the dining room's down there, but it's closed. That's what I felt like, because people thought I was a welcoming crew or something.
You should have treated it like you were just some old curmudgeon sitting up there.
Yeah.
Ew.
What
are you doing up here?
These 2 ladies walked past me, and they looked up and go, oh! Like, we didn't see you sitting there.
Should have acted like an animatronic.
Yeah. And then,
Hello.
welcome to Mount LeConte Lodge. It's not really a lodge, it's cabins. This one couple walked down. They walked down to like right before you got to the dining hall, and they look around, and he looks at the lady, and he goes, well, this is disappointing. And then they turned around and left. I'm like, what were you expecting if you're on top of this mountain? Grand Floridian or something? I don't know what they were expecting.
But that would be cool if it was like this crazy, elaborate thing up there, because you did all this work to get up there, and it would be like, that's your prize,
Yeah, you would think. But it was cool up there. I read about the person who built it, and this is what drove me crazy. This was like a man's man, because he built this place up there, and then his mom is like, very old mom, always wanted to go up there, but she couldn't make the climb. So he built this chair, strapped it on his back, put his mom on his back, and carried his mom up the mountain. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that.
Wow.
I know. I'm like, gracious. So we stayed up there a couple of days, and then we hiked back down. And again, I do not like heights. Okay, I get the vertigo. Not fun. So on the way back down, it was bright and sunny. You could see everything. You could see off the side of the mountain. So when we got to that part, they were stopping and looking at the views, and I was behind them, and I just, as nice as I could, which wasn't very nice at the time, I said, "Listen, I am fine with you guys taking pictures, but let me in front of you because I'm not going to stand on this cliffside. Because if I stand here much longer, this is where I'm going to live. This will be my home because I will not be moving. I'm going to hold on to this cable, and this is where I live." And they're like, okay. So I got in front. The thing is, Jennifer's family is all they're not very, they're short. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're short. I'm tall.
Shorter.
I have long legs. I walk at a much greater speed than them. So I got in front, and I'm like, I'm ready to go off this mountain. So I just started walking. And then I realized, oh, I guess they stopped because they're nowhere behind me. So let me tell you, going down a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
Especially not in the rain. I did fall a couple times and stabbed my finger. A rock went into my finger, and I was bleeding all over the place. And this old lady was sitting there. "Oh, can I help you?" I'm like, "Oh, it's fine. I have first aid in my big backpack.
I got 9 more of them."
Yeah,
I can spit on it. It'll be good.
Yeah, so I wrapped myself. So I mean, I stopped to wrap my finger. I stopped to take pictures of this mountain that had a hole through the middle of it, which was really cool. Did all this stuff. Got to the cave, sat down, took a break, had a snack. Yeah. Lori, come downstairs.
Life with kids.
Where's she now? We'll turn the lights on upstairs so she can see. Then I'll come downstairs. Tell her I'll give her a snack or something. Anyways,
I'll give her $1 million.
Yeah. So I stopped at the cave. I waited forever. They never showed up.
Oh.
And I realized I had to go to the bathroom. And at this cave, there was no place to go to the bathroom. It was just a big open area with all these people sitting around. So you can't just whip it out and be like, go to the bathroom there. So I just kept walking, got down to the car, went to the bathroom, sat in the car for an hour and a half.
Wow.
And then they showed up.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm going to get my daughter, and we'll continue this in a moment. You talk amongst yourselves.
So what do we think that he did in the car?
I don't know. He probably looked at his Facebook and the internet.
Yeah, at that point, he could have plugged his phone in, got charged. Could have read the book a little bit more. He could have took off, drove to Dollywood, came back.
Could have, yeah.
Like, I think he should have done
that.
Yeah. Grant pokes his head in.
So we did have a question on Facebook of somebody that just joined us that didn't get the first hour. That asked if we talked about He-Man. So we may have other people have joined that didn't hear the first hour. So
on the last week's episode,
give it another go. Yeah,
we talked a little bit about He-Man. We're looking forward to it, definitely. With Kevin Smith in charge, I think he'll get the nostalgia right for it. And then the cast of characters, including like Mark Hamill, Skeletor. Looking forward to that. But yeah, the trailer I thought looked awesome.
And this is a continuation, you said earlier.
Yeah, right? It's a continuation from the old series, so I'm excited for that to see how they do that. I hope they still have the life lessons at the end.
Yeah,
I'm back.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
That would be funny. We were talking real quick. We had so Paul joined us on Facebook and missed the first hour of the live stream. So we were recapping He-Man because he was asking about that. So.
Cool. Welcome, Paul. Where did I leave off? Oh, so I got down the mountain, waited an hour and a half, and they finally showed up, and they were mad that I went down without them. And I'm like, well, I mean, I waited.
You could say, well, I was mad that you didn't keep up.
And this is what I said. I said, which was really funny. I said, I just wanted to be like that hunk that ran down the mountain with his shirt off, so you would give me some props too. And then my wife laughed and stuff. So, and she laughed at that. But then we started packing up, and her sister opened her car up. She's like, "Why is everything torn up in my car?" And a mouse had gotten in her car somehow.
Oh gosh!
While we were on the mountain, and like eating all this stuff and pooped everywhere.
Oh
Nice.
no!
And so I'm like, I wonder if it's still in there. And we didn't see it. And I'm like, it's gonna be funny if they're driving back to their home, which is like 5 hours away, and like midway in the trip, this mouse just pops up on the dashboard. I mean, I guess it was a mouse. I don't know what else it could have been that would have gotten there. But they had to throw a bunch of stuff away. There's poop everywhere.
Oh gosh.
It was
Yeah,
sort
that's
of-
gross.
It was sort of funny.
Just
But-
between us.
Yeah, just between us. But then we drove back down into Gatlinburg, and I reserved a room at Margaritaville Hotel Resort.
You wasted away, huh?
Yes.
Lost acre of salt. Yeah. So many cheeseburgers in paradise, I'm sure. It sounds like a good stay
Anyway,
at the end of a journey.
so yeah, it was. We did something that we haven't done since COVID started. We got a massage because coming off the mountain,
Oh yeah.
hiking, I was like, I want a massage. And we're both vaccinated. We're getting a massage. In Tennessee, like nobody wears masks anymore, and it was really weird.
Right.
It's so strange, like walking around, and you would think that I guess they were all making up for lost time because they had like 6 packs of cigarettes in their mouth at one time, just smoking away, which I wasn't used to, which was weird. So we got to relax at the Margaritaville, got to get a massage. Then the next day, I took the trip, Katrin. I went to somewhere that we've both journeyed to many times in our young life. It's like you're going to a different country, somewhere far
Dixie
east.
Stampede.
No,
They don't call it Dixie Stampede.
No,
anymore.
it's just the Stampede. I went to the bazaar. I went to China Bazaar.
Oh, the China Bazaar. Oh, excellent.
And let me tell you, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the weapons that you could carry out, they would gladly sell you. Doesn't matter the age or anything.
Excellent. Yeah. That's excellent.
Except for now, they have a smoking section where you can get things to smoke in.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
a big thing, right?
Yeah.
It also has a switchblade on it.
Yeah.
One was a gas mask that had the thing on the end of it.
Oh my gosh.
Put the gas mask on. So I saw all the nunchucks, all the swords, all the knives. My son wanted a grappling hook, and I'm like, well, maybe they'll have a toy one. No, they had a real one. I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't give that to a 6-year-old.
Nope.
Probably wouldn't end well.
Why not?
I don't know. So we went there, and then we went back to where our parents live in Johnson City, and hung out there. And then we did some. Did we do anything else? I don't think we did anything else because we were so exhausted. We just sort of. Oh, we ate it. Old Red, Blake Shelton's place.
Oh.
Had live music. First time having live music in a year, which was nice. Didn't have live
Cool.
music. We got to meet Blake. Well, not really a cutout of him. And so Jennifer loves the voice, so that was cool for her to get to see that. Let me tell you though, the food, not really that good.
Oh.
Blake, if you're listening, do something about your menu. It was not good. Most of the menu consisted
Make it blue.
of bologna or Velveeta or Spam but I got the hamburger and it wasn't that great, I think, or something. I don't even remember what I got. It wasn't that good. My wife got the meatloaf, which was supposed to be their specialty, and it was not good. Their tater tots, they're like house-made tater tots. Oh, that sounds good. They're like deep fried tater tots. You eat one and you're like, oh, that's interesting, not bad. And then you eat more and you're like, no, these are. So yeah, the ambiance with the live music was fun, but the food, I don't really recommend it.
So good.
We went back to Johnson City, and then the plan was to get the family and come back that way because we had to fly out of Knoxville, and they wanted to go to Pigeon Forge. So we came back. We were going to go to Anakeesta, which is, I'll talk about that in a minute, but it was rainy that day, so we went to the world's largest knife factory.
Yes.
Which was cool and fun, and the kids loved it, looking at all that stuff. We got to see they had like the section with all this old stuff. So my son loves coins, and there's all these old coins you could look at, and it was fun. So and then we went to Paula Dean's kitchen. Eat dinner at Paula Dean's, which was really good. They have these cheddar biscuits there that put Red Lobster to shame.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're dogs awake.
Everybody's awake.
This is an adventure. So we went to Paula Dean's, and then what else did we do while we were there? May have been it. I have a feeling we did something, but I don't remember. Because we had to drive to. Oh, we went around Paula Dean's. That whole area had like little kiddie rides and stuff. So we did that, and then we drove to the airport because we were going to stay at the hotel at the airport because we had an early flight, and it took us on these back roads that I did not want to experience. I'm pretty sure I saw some dude die on the side of the road, like legit. We're going all these back roads with cemeteries and fog rolling in, curves that I hate. And then we get to this one spot, and there's all these police cars, and there's this car sitting there, one car, and then a tarp on the side of the road. And the policeman lift the tarp up as we drove by, which is not fun. And I'm riding with our father, and I said, "You got a new book, I guess, out of this, right?" He goes, "Yeah, I've got some ideas." So,
gosh.
So we get to the airport, and we finally get to sleep. We wake up, and I'm like, we gotta go. And somebody, I won't say who, said, "Oh, we got plenty of time." And guess what? Guess what we missed?
Golden Girls.
We missed our flight. We stayed at the airport, and we missed our flight because they wouldn't check our bags. They said, "You're 3 minutes late to check your bags."
Oh.
3 minutes. So we got to stay longer in Tennessee. We went back to Johnson City, had some more pals.
I haven't had pals in so long.
Pals is so good.
Oh, so good.
It's like a fast food burger joint that's in a box that looks like a hamburger and a hot dog and everything.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it's so good. So I had pals like 2 or 3 times on the trip because we stayed there so long.
Frenchy fries.
Frenchy fries.
Frenchy fries.
They have peach tea now, and it was really good.
Yes, they had peach tea when we were there too. That's peachy. Yeah, peach tea.
I don't remember the peach
Big
tea.
Pal and Frenchy fry. That's what I always got.
I always got the hot dog. I like the hot dog.
Yeah. So I had that a bunch, and then we did go up to on the way back to the airport again. We had a day, so we went to Anakeesta, which is this thing on top of a mountain, like a little park or something. It's really pretty up there, and they have these things that look like the Skyliners, catering to get up. Disney. Yep. Guess what? They could fit inside the Skyliner. They look like the Skyliner, but they're really small. And I hated
like a ski lift.
I hated every moment of it to my core.
Yeah.
And it was like swaying back and forth, and I was getting nauseous. And Jennifer, my wife, is like, "Well, you like the Skyliners? What's the difference?" And I'm like, "There's a difference." And she's like, "I want to ride on the ski lift because they have a ski lift that's just like you're just hanging your legs over the end." I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then I find out there's a bus you could take to the top. I'm like, why didn't we take the bus to the top? Because the kids
it's an adventure, Ryan.
Our mom went with us, and she was gracious enough to drive us back over to the airport. And she's sitting there like frozen, and she's like, "Get me off this thing." She's like, I refuse to get back on this thing. And so we get up to the top, and we went and ate sort of like a early dinner at this restaurant overlooking all the mountains, and we could see the Mount LeConte. We could see it from there. We're like, that's what Mom and Dad hiked on. And we got to hang out up there. They had all these like
the kids just go, why?
Yeah, why? They had these bridges you could walk out, and I started to do it, and then I realized it was a swinging rope bridges. And I said, "You guys have fun." We did see bear while we were up there, like a mom and like 2 little baby cubs with her, so that was cool. Walking along, get to hanging up there. Kids played on all the playgrounds, and then we took the bus back down, and then my wife rode the ski lift back down. And then we went on to the airport, that same scary road, and we made our flight back. When we got back, we're here. Safe and sound. And all I got was a hat that said Mount LeConte Lodge.
And you just found that on the trail.
Oh, my wife bought it for me. I'm like, Oh, thanks. I can remember this hike. He's like, I can't wait to come back. Do it again. I'm like,
And while you were there, you got your new items up for sale.
I did. I have new kyber crystals up. You can find it at I'm Geek Shop on Etsy if you want some new kyber crystals for your Savi's lightsabers. I got a new set up that you can buy 4 crystals in this little box. And I had to rush to find all the supplies to make it there because I left all the supplies here because I thought I would be back in time. But it's been selling great. So yeah, so check that out on Etsy. Just go give them a look. I'm Geek Shop, all one word put together. But my wife's ready to go back, and I told her I would gladly go back and stay at Margaritaville while you go up and hike.
Yeah. Seems fair.
Seems fair. You can take your family. You guys can all go hike short legs.
Sure.
I'll stay at Margaritaville. At the pool. Anyways, so that was my trip. I had fun. I'm glad to be back. I'll go hiking again probably, but I don't think I'll go on that trail again. Ever. It's the Devil's Trail.
Next time, Everest.
Yeah.
Do it.
Winchester in the comments said Pikes Peak in Colorado Springs is nice. I've done Pikes Peak. And let me tell you, when I got to the top of that, my vertigo really kicked in. And I was walking sideways in this little store.
There's a real mountain.
So, I love Colorado, though. It's beautiful. It's just hard for me to breathe there. Anyways, so we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We're going to have a special guest on at some point. Somebody from Chris's past is going to be on.
Ooh.
Oh.
Who worked on a lot of cool stuff.
Uh-huh.
Maybe some Disney rides or stuff like that. I don't know if we can say anything. Can we say?
Oh, we'll keep it mysterious.
Oh, keep it mysterious.
Keep it mysterious.
Ooh.
You haven't even told me yet.
And then our good pal, yeah, you don't even know yet.
Great.
The surprise to Catron too. And then our good pal Winchester, we're going to have him back on to celebrate his return to the Disney College program. They've invited him to come back. We're going to have him on. We're going to celebrate that. He's going to find out here in about a week what his position will be so he could tell us. We're all hoping and praying, fingers crossed, that he will get to go back to Batuu because that's where I officially met him. He was working at Galaxy's Edge, so we're hoping that he gets to go back to Galaxy's Edge and he doesn't get put in like It's a Small World or something. That would be crazy. So we're hoping he gets to go back to Batuu. We have heard rumors that they're allowing the people in the college program, they're trying to get them back in the same positions. So we are excited for that. We're going to have him on. We're going to have a big party. If you want cake for that, go to shop.spreadshirt.com/IamGeek. And you can't buy cake, but you can buy t-shirts.
Buy t-shirts. And hats.
Mm-hmm. So Winchester will be coming back on soon. We'll say that. And your friend will come on soon, hopefully. Yeah. And we'll have all our Loki stuff coming out. Frank King Gang, woohoo! We'll have Ray Chase back on for a roundtable for that. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And Comic Palooza is coming up July
17th
and 18th. We'll be doing a lot of live shows there. We'll be in cosplay. I've started working on my Cal Kestis costume. So I guess Old Man Kestis. And I'm 3D printing a BD1 that will hopefully be sitting on my shoulder. And I 3D printed some Savi Jedi Fallen Order parts to put on my Savi lightsaber. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. The three of us, the three amigos, are going to be together again, live in person. So come on down to Houston to Comic Palooza and join us for some fun if you want to. Or not. I don't know. The Mandalorian cast will be there. Zach Morris and Slater will be there.
Hellboy himself, Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman will be there.
And there's probably still more to announce. That's what's exciting.
Yeah,
it's already a good group of people coming already.
Yeah.
So I'm excited
from
to see
Sabrina.
Some cast from Sabrina. Yeah. The Teenage Witch. Not the new show, not the old show.
Yeah, the newer show.
The new show.
I've never watched that show. Yeah. Yeah, it looks evil. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for episode 197. I had fun recounting my stories. I'm sure I left a lot out, but I don't remember it because I probably passed out on the side of the mountain at some point. I don't remember half of it. But I had fun overall.
That's
Good.
what's important.
Except for the walk up, everything else was great. Enjoyed the walk back down. Oh, one funny thing. On my backpack, I had a little hand sanitizer thing that I got from Walmart that was Grogu in his little thing that in the first season.
Carriage
thing. And I was walking by myself because I don't know where the rest of them were. And this, like it was like a dad and a daughter. They're like, "Oh, Grogu." I'm like, "Oh," I like forgot about it. I was like, "Oh yeah." And she was like, "I've got Grogu in my backpack, and I'm going to take a picture of him on top of the mountain." I was like, "That's really cool." I was like, "Well, you guys have fun. I'm going to go this way because this is the way." And they're like, "Oh." So that was fun. So Grogu made it to the top of the mountain and back.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyways, so thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for putting up with my storytelling of my trip. I didn't see any ghosts, but I did see deer and fox. And I did see some bear. So I saw them all. I didn't see any elk. That's the only thing I didn't see. But, oh well. And a salamander, which I guess it's the world capital for salamanders, is right there on that mountain.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I'm going to see what my children are doing because they're out there alone. So awake. But we'll be back next week. Well, unless you're watching it right now. We'll be back with a new episode, 198. But this has been 197 of I Am Geek. And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.